1960s gave us great pop music, from the British invasion to America's response. That's partly because baby boomers and classic rock radio won't let us forget it. But fewer people realize that the flower power decade also gave the world a wealth of musically influential Canadian sounds. In fact, many of our biggest stars, from blonde songbirds and urban poets to revered bands and grungy rebels, got their start in the 1960s. And their essential songs form the foundation of all the Canadian music that's followed. So relax and roll them if you got them, as we flash back to the birth of the Canadian sound.
We were writing from our own personal lives and with our own personal expectations and visions.
And it's almost as if the songs were in the wind and that they just pulled them out, gave them back.
Those were pioneer times. Like, those were the very beginnings of a music industry.
When I think of what other artists do for me, I say to myself, do I want to make records or do I want to make history?
At the dawn of the decade, folk singers in coffee houses everywhere are stuck in the past, covering bawdy sea shanties and quaint English ballads. But when America's Bob Dylan writes his anthem, Blowin' in the Wind, everything changes. Suddenly, Canadian folkies like brilliant beat chick Buffy Sainte-Marie and prolific Aurelia heartthrob Gordon Lightfoot start recording their own compositions. But it's a young rodeo buck named Ian Tyson and a small-town beauty named Sylvia Fricker joining together to sing about the lonely gulf between lovers in a vast land who will give Canada its unofficial national anthem.
I just found that story when Ian Tyson went to New York City, saw this punk named Dylan, never once thought about writing his own song and sat in some office building and wrote Four Strong Winds. I think that is just phenomenal.
The reason why Ian and I started to write is because we were hanging out with songwriters in the village. Bob Dylan, Phil Oakes.
I think I'll go out to Alberta. Weather's good there in the fall. Got some friends that I can go to working for. Still, I wish you'd change your mind if I'd ask you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more. Four strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all those things that don't change, come one day, come one day.
Their first 2 albums, as far as I'm concerned, are amongst the classics of any kind of folk.
If it connected with me on some sort of passionate or emotional level, I really didn't care what the label of the music was.
My very first song was You Were on My Mind, and I wrote that in New York City in 1962.
I've got some aches there, got some pain there.
You Were on My Mind was not immediately popular. It wasn't until it was picked up by the We5 that it really started to get attention, and I can't tell you what a thrill it was to hear it on the radio for the first time. That was quite an experience.
Cut up this morning, you were on my mind.
When we went to rehearse it, we were thinking more of the We5's version than Ian and Sylvia's version, so it sort of morphed from that.
I got some aches there. I got some pains there. I got some wounds to lie. I went to the corner just to ease my pain. Just to ease my pain. I got drunk and I got sick and I came home again.
Buffy Sainte-Marie was somebody that I also became aware of through the Greenwich Village folk scene.
Bob Dylan had seen me at Gertie's Folk City and liked me. So you ought to go over to the Gaslight. So I went down to the Gaslight in my curvy dress and my high heels. That was a no-no. I was writing things like Universal Soldier. until it's time for you to go. Now that the buffalo's gone.
But listen to me, if you care where we stand, and you feel you're a part of these ones. When a war between nations is lost, the loser we know pays the cost. But even when Germany fell to your hands, consider, dear lady, consider, dear man, you left them their pride and you left them their lands. And what have you done to these ones?
People, too, at that time didn't really know her as an activist.
Nobody was shining a spotlight on Native issues at that time. Nobody.
She is really who set the stage for Aboriginal artists.
She really jumped out of the group. You got a sense of who she was just from listening to those records.
Well, her words and stuff like that are just, she's just an amazing talent, an amazing woman.
He's the one who must decide who's to live and who's to die. And he never sees the writing on the wall. But without him, how would Hitler have condemned him at Dachau? Without him, Caesar would have stood alone. He's the one who gives his body as a weapon in a war. And without him, all this killing can't go on. He's the universal soldier, and he really is to blame. His orders come from far away no more. They come from him and you and me. And brothers, can't you see? This is not the way we put an end to war.
In some ways, Lightfoot defined the Canadian folk scene. When he appeared on the scene in the 60s, it was different somehow. Lightfoot coming out of small town Canada and sounding like it, but being really good.
Airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me. I'm stuck here on the ground, as cold and drunk as I can be. Can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train.
You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train. I mean, it takes the singing hobo into the next era. You know, it goes from the dirty 30s troubadour kind of thing into the, you know, the jet age.
Well, it's been recorded by a lot of people, and first, of course, by Ian and Sylvie, but eventually Dylan took a shot at it and did it really good, and Elvis, I think, is a wonderful version of it.
As I've written more songs myself, I can see the real craft in them, and those recordings of those early songs are really amazing.
Beautiful voice, don't you think? I mean, so unique.
He has a naturalist aspect to him, you know? It's kind of like the Emily Carr of Canadian songwriting, if you will.
Canadian Railroad Trilogy is absolutely
And the record promotion guy took us to a little coffee house. There were about 50 of us in the audience. And Gordon came out and did an entire 60-minute set of original material. And Randy and I kept nudging each other in the ribs and saying, someday that'll be us.
And when the morning came, do you remember if she dropped a name or two? Is the home team still on fire? Do they still win all the games? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing?
Gordon Lightfoot was a great role model for me because I had such tremendous pressure to move to the U.S. And I saw what he did. I mean, he stayed here.
And he's not a myth, he's a reality. And he's a very interesting reality.
If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I would never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind that the drugstore sells. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. But heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again, because the ending's just too hard to take.